Alright, Shalom. I'd like to start up saying Call Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Harakak Wadash, my mouth. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and my elder Herod one as well. Salutations to the occupant of the pushing the truth, to sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men and women and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Alright, I'm Khalak Salam by Yasharallah from the Lions of the Yasharallah camp. This is another Lions Den News and Prophecy. Lord willing is edifying and serve his purpose for the hopeful elect, the one that truly believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. Alright, and this article is entitled, it says, Kim Jong-un urges North Korean troops to make full preparation for war. See that? So, he's telling his troops to make full preparation for war. And there's another article I was looking at yesterday or the day before, which went into how him sending troops over there to help Russia fight Ukraine was justified. I didn't really get into it. I meant to try to save it, but I didn't, and I lost it. I don't know how to get back to it, but I didn't read much of it past the title. But him, but we already clearly know the justification behind him sending troops over there is to back Russia. And you know, be on the same page with Russia, and ultimately, which is going to be just lead to the destruction of America, man. You see that? And while he's having everybody over there get prepared for war, you know, what is everybody over here doing? Um, got shoot, nothing. Our people are like Esau getting prepared, but Esau getting prepared to go to war against us, like that chick that was talking on the TikTok or whatever it was, talking about y'all think it's cool to shoot a gun like this and holding it to the side like you see in the movies. This ain't no damn movie. Not it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is real life. This is this is this is okay. It is a movie. A scene in the movie for you know what I'm saying, with the director and creator being Yahweh Shimon Shai. So what part are you playing? Like they ain't nobody over here trying to get prepared. Not physically, not spiritually, not emotionally, none of that. Well, let's just say Jake. Jake's not trying to get prepared for nothing. You know, only the elect of Jake are going to. Everybody else is trying to focus on eating sea moss and like you know what I'm saying, studying herbs and this, that, which is cool. That is great. That is outstanding. But how are you spiritually prepared? How is people? You know what I'm saying? We have to spiritually prepare ourselves for what's to come. This is gonna be some rough shit. You know, like he's preparing his people for war. I mean, it says his troops, but like China, they're preparing their citizens for war. That's why they invested into the middle class to stabilize their economy with the tariffs and stuff that they were doing. But the tariffs that we use is only to oppress us here in America. So these upper elites are leaving America and its citizens high and dry. That's why the only ones that are going to make it out of here is the elect, man. The elect of Yahweh by Shimon Shai. So that's the only way we can prepare. Like, yeah, we could. Yes, it is a good idea to like, you know what I'm saying, buy a little extra stuff. You know what I'm saying, sometimes. But don't have it in your set in your mind that that's going to be your salvation. You see that? Yeah, take care of your body. Yeah, understand and study herbs because we're not going to even be able to go into the hospitals and stuff like that. Those are wonderful things to do, but we have to first make sure that we're preparing ourselves spiritually and mentally, you know, because we have to. Ain't no herb that you could take that's gonna be able to stabilize your mind in these times. The only thing that's gonna be able to stabilize that is the faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. That's it. Because that's why the scripture said he did not give us the spirit of fear, but he gave us the spirit of power and love and of a sound mind. A sound mind is gonna be hard to come by when shit really hits the fan. So it's all about preparation. Like how are we preparing ourselves? All right, let's go into this article a little bit. It says North Korean leader Kim Jong Un has asked troops to make full preparation for war as Pyongyang continues to ramp up support for Russia's war in Ukraine. See that? I just spoke about that according to the other article. You know, and and the only reason why I'm able to speak these things is because of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So, all right. So hold on. With that being said, let me get this scripture real quick. Uh, hold on a second. Bear with me. There we go. Let me see. Um, that's not it. Slacker. Slacker. Bear with me 1 second. Looking for a scripture. But basically, we have to have faith in Yahweh Shemi Shai because he's the one bringing it. And he's the one that's going to solidify our mindset to make sure we're going to be able to endure. Matter of fact, he's already done that, you know? So, like, these people can carnally prepare all they want to. But with the amount of terror that the Lord is going to bring on the earth, their mind ain't going to hold up. The whole earth is going to be in straight turmoil. All right? But, you know, and we speak these things, and the only reason why we're able to speak these things is because, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua puts it in us. And that just brings me back to I didn't start the lesson off like I'm supposed to start it on how we do on lines and highways and byways. Hold on. Let me get it. Let me get it. This is Second Ezra 15:1. Speak thou into the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Right. So like I said, I wouldn't even be able to speak these things if it wasn't for Yahweh by Shemel Shah. You see that? And these things are being spoken to us for us to be able to prepare. Verse 2, it says, and cause them to be written on in paper, for they are faithful and true. Right. See that? But as we speak these things, it's like it. The masses despise the things that are given to us to give to them from Yahweh by Shema Shai. But these words that are being spoken You know what I'm saying? That the Lord puts in us are faithful and true. Verse 3, it says, fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Right. Because they're not going to believe. They're not going to believe. Because they're not prophets or friends of Yahweh by Shemel Shai. You know? Verse 4, it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right? It says, behold. See, they're gonna die in their disbelief. Because of the disbelief. You know? It says, behold, verse 5, it says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the earth. The sword, famine. The sword means war. Death and destructions. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Like so, what's happening is, the world is getting to the point to where, like, all right, they reached that level. Just like I've been reading Genesis, and and it gets to the point where, like, first with the flood, and after that with Noah. Now I just got through with what, I went to 18 to 20, or well, right where it talks about Sodom and Gomorrah, right? The destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. You see that? So now when like wickedness got to a certain point with the flood, you know what I'm saying? And the Lord sent the rains, and wickedness got to a certain point in Sodom and Gomorrah, and the Lord sent the fire. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the wickedness on earth right now is almost to that threshold to where the Lord is going to send ultimate judgment down to this place. So how are you going to prepare? You know, you prepare through listening to the words of Yahweh by Shem Shai, man, through the prophets that are commissioned to come out and listen, because he's gonna let you know the secrets. It's a secret thing to understand what the terrorism that the Lord's going to bring to the earth. It's a secret thing. It's not a secret to where, like, you won't hear it, because he's gonna tell everybody the secret, but you're not gonna be able to understand the secret. You see what I'm saying? The whole world has to hear the secret before the destruction comes. But you know what? You know what? Not everybody's gonna understand the secret. It's not gonna be revealed to them. All right. So it's gonna be spoken, but it's not gonna be revealed to them. All right. So check this out. All right. This is Amos chapter 3, verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Right. So the trumpet gives warning. So now, like, that's what the Lord's doing, blowing that trumpet. That's why we're out there on the highways and byways. See that? Shall there be an evil in the city and the Lord hath not done it? Right. He's blowing the trumpet before, right? He brings the evil. See that? So before he brings the destruction on the earth, he's gonna send prophets out there. See that? All right. So verse 7, this is the point. It says, surely the Lord will do nothing. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealed this secret unto his servants, the prophets. See that? Said the lion has roared, who will not fear? The Lord has spoken, who can but prophesy? See that? So the Lord won't do nothing, but he's gonna, you know what I'm saying, until he reveals his secret to the prophets, man. John what? This is John 3:27. It says, John answered and said, a man can receive nothing except it be given him from heaven. See that? Unless it be given to him from Yahweh by Shem Shai. So now, let's go to John chapter, was it 14? I think it is. It's either 14 or 15, but I think it's 14. Alright, it says, oh, it might be 15. Let me see. 15. Alright, so this is John 15:13. It says, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. See that? And that's what Yahushua did. And that's ultimately what the thing he did to prepare us. Because if without that sacrifice being done, without his crucifixion, there would be no way we could prepare for what's to come in the destruction of the system. You see that? So he had to lay down his life for his friends, right? And he explicitly explains who his friends are. It's like, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. And only the ones that are friends with Yahweh by Shem Yahushua are going to be able to do those things because those secrets were revealed unto them. Verse 15, it says, henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. See that? Why does he not know? He doesn't know because he put the world in their hearts. Let's get on Ecclesiastes 3:11. So he has made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he has set the world in their hearts so that no man can find out the work that Yahweh maketh from the beginning to the end, right? But it was going to be revealed unto his friends, right? It was a secret, all right? It says, go back to John chapter 15 verse 13. It says, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend. That's Yahweh was showing what type of friend he was. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. See that? That's what makes us so that also is what sets us apart. So as the Lord's going to bring pressure and oh now how do I get back to it? Oh well, let's go into this. That's the spirit. I accidentally tapped the wrong button. But this article says North Korea's nuclear missile threat to U.S. homeland. Right? See, these are the things that are to come. Let's get it. Let's Matthew chapter 24, 4 verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. But we're so close to it. We're so close to it, man. Well, it's all about preparation. All right. It says the latest United States intelligence assessment warned that North Korea's nuclear missiles could overwhelm the defense system protecting the United States homeland within a decade. Within a decade, they always be trying to stretch time out. This is why it matters. It says North Korea is one of the 9 countries armed with nuclear weapons, possessing an estimate 40 warheads in its arsenal. It's like 50 warheads in its arsenal. In October, it it test fired an intercontinental ballistic missile which has a potential range of up to 900 no Slakia, I can't even read 9,320 miles, capable of reaching the United States mainland. They've been saying this though. They've been saying this. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new at all. Oh, this ain't nothing new at all. This is Malachi 4:1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up. It shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts. It shall leave them neither root nor branch." See that? And what is all that ultimately all that destruction is gonna come to? Right here in America. Right here in America. This is Isaiah 13:19. It says, "In Babylon the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabians pitch their tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there." Right, because um, you know, ain't no more, this place gonna be on fire. Ain't gonna be able to do no businesses here. So North Korea is preparing their people, preparing their troops for war. You know, it's like it as the threat of them being able to hit United States mainland with the ICBM nuclear uh, warhead tipped missile increases. And who's mustering up the hosts of the battle? Yahweh by Shem Shai, man. So all glory and praise to Yahweh by Shem Shai. But within that, we already know that he's the one bringing the destruction. And he said he will protect those that love him. He will protect us from that destruction. That's all about getting salvation and deliverance, man. And Yahweh Shai made that sacrifice for us to become his friends. All right, Lord, willing this lesson to edify the servant's purpose for the hope elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Shai. With that, like Sekah Halayim, like Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Harikah Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the old apostles, the great millstone, and my elder here one as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth, sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Shai. Shalom.